Hey y'all! Today we're at Alabama's highest point and the start of the Appalachian Mountains, which just happens to be at one of our favorite Alabama state parks. Welcome to Cheaha State Park. Cheaha State Park is located on Cheaha Mountain in Delta, Alabama. They have two campgrounds here. One is on top of the mountain, where we're staying, and the other is on the lower part of the mountain. They also have a primitive camping area. Today, we're going to show you around all of them. We'll start here in the upper campground since that's where we're staying. We are here on site number 5. Back-end site. We have room for the rig, both of our vehicles, and then we actually have a little bit of space out here in the front. And we have a nice wooded area in the front of us, like there's no one, in front of us, so that's really nice. We have some shade, because it is still summertime. It's on a gravel site. We have a picnic table, and I love their picnic tables. They are metal, so you don't have to worry about them having splinters or anything in them. There's our fire pit with the grate on it. We've seen some deer out here. Look at that. What a fake fall. Y'all see that? I'm trying to fake us out. Like I said, it's all wooded all behind us. And then that is site number 4, I think. And they are full hookup. There's our hookups. So yeah, that's it. Some big trees. Yep. This one right here on the side is 6B. And it's kind of surprised me that it's a site, but it is a site. And they have glamping tents now. I believe this one up here is number 10. We'll try to go inside one of those. On the right is S12. We'll drive all the way around and then go down there. So that is the restrooms. That's site number 14. This Timberline glamping tent here is 13. This is site number 21. This long pull through right here. You can see that all of the sites have nice picnic tables, and they have fire rings. They have the little grate on them. They have grills. There's a squirrel. That was S22. This up here is number 25. Lots of shade in these up here. I know a lot of people comment on our videos. They like the shade. This one on the right is number 27. Here on the left is 27B. It's a shorter one, but again, it's a pull through. And I don't know if y'all can see the tents up there on the right. I'll try to get a shot of those. They do allow tents in here. They're not real picky about what you bring in, so they're big rig friendly, if you have a big old bus or if you have a smaller tent. This one right here is site number 30. It's pretty quiet today. It is a Monday, and most people left yesterday. That down there is site 32. We'll go down there in a minute. You can see 37. And that's 38 right there. Again, they all have a regular fire ring and, the picnic table and grill and stuff. But some of them also have like these stone fire pits, which are really cool. The first one up here I think is number 3. We stayed in a couple of years ago. It has one of those. I'll put in some video right here to show y'all that. It's really cool. So that is tent number 40 right there. And the glamping tents, you can see they all have the picnic table, fire ring, and grill as well. This pull through is number 42. And this last pull through is number 43. Alright, let me take y'all down here. And they have a few cabins in here for rent. So this is site number 3 right here, and you know what? I thought it had a stone fire pit, but it does not. I was wrong. Okay. I'll probably just delete that out of the video. Y'all never even know I said it. Alright, we'll turn right here and see sites number 7. This pull through right here is number 7. Straight ahead is number 8. And that over there is number 9. The road is one way, that's why I had to go up and circle back around. We'll go this way to show you the handicap site and number 14 right here. This is number 14 right here in front of the bathhouse. And then we'll actually be pulling through this site. You see they have the pet waste station, so they are pet friendly. Have some handicap parking for the bathhouse right there, and I'll go through that in a little bit. Kind of looks straight, but not sure. This one on the left is number 19. Little bitty one. And good for tent sites. They do have tent sites though. We'll go up there and see them as well. And the tent sites have amazing views. Alright, we will dip down right here to show you site number 37 right there on the left. 38 is up on the right. Alrighty, let's circle around. As we head down, you'll see the this little cabin right here. This is a state park employee. So that one is not rented out. We saw a couple of deer right here this morning along the power lines. Saw a couple the other night when we walked out on the boardwalk to see the sunset. We have actually seen a bear in here one time. Now we've been up here many times and have only seen a bear one time, but we did see one. Look at that big boulder right there. So this here on the right is Pulpit Rock. This is a hiking trail that you can go down. We haven't done that in a while, but I'll try to put some video from the last time that we did it. That was pretty cool. And then as we start down here, you'll start to see some of the cabins. So cabins 1, 2, 3, 4, and 16 are down that way. Not sure which one we'll walk through, but I will walk through at least one of the cabins. Try to walk through one of the rustic ones and then one of the newer ones. There's a lake up there and trails, and this usually has some water coming down. You can see a little bit of water trickling down right there. Haven't had a lot of rain, but when it rains, that's a pretty waterfall right there. Right here it says this area has been planted with pollinator friendly flowers for the bees, and that's really pretty. It's beautiful up here in the summertime with all the flowers blooming. Everything's so green and lush. And it actually makes it easier to see the deer in here because the deer are, you know, of course brown, and it makes it easier to spot them. So there's some of the cabins up there. Like I said, hopefully one of them is empty this week and I'll be able to do a tour of one of them for y'all. We've never stayed in one of those, but I hear they're really nice. Over here on the right, that's cabins 5 and 6. And then down here you have cabins 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'll go ahead and drive through there. There. I have a nice little green space out here where the kids could run around, have a picnic table. This one here is number 7. That's number 8. And wait till y'all see the view that they have. If nobody's up here, I will stop and walk out. I'm going to stop in the middle of the road if anybody's here, but it doesn't look like anybody's here, so let me pull up. I'm going to walk right there and show y'all the view. Hang on. So this is a hiking trail. This is Mountain Laurel Trail, and it is a 1/4 mile that way. But look out here. Look at the big boulders. So you can walk out that way. I'm just going to walk right here really quick to show y'all what the views look like. Hopefully you can pick it up. It is a little cloudy today, so it may be hard to see on camera, but got a great view. So some of the cabins have really nice views, wooded. Like I said, you can walk right there. I'm not going to do that right this minute because I need to get my drive-through done, hopefully before it starts raining. Okay, here we go. Alright, there's another cabin down there. Alright. Here we go. See how much I can get done before I run out of battery. Was really hoping we'd see some wildlife today. Like I said, we saw some this morning, and our camera caught some this morning. The deer walked right through the front yard. Our camera on the RV caught some. Look at those boulders up there. How cool is that? That's awesome. Like I said, there's some really cool hiking trails in here. There's all kind of hiking trails. There are hiking trails for even like handicap accessible, the boardwalk that goes out to Bald Rock where you can see beautiful sunsets. That one is handicap accessible. And then they have medium trails, which are just mostly through the woods. And the tent sites are up there. And then they are building a brand new lodge, which I can't show y'all right now, but I will soon. So if you've seen some of our videos, the hotel that we stayed at up here has been, most of it's been torn down. And like I said, I can't show y'all much right now, but try to give you a sneak peek of just a little bit of it, maybe a rendering or something, what it looks like. But it's off limits right now. But anywho, the hiking trails go from, you know, beginner friendly and handicap accessible to some moderate ones that are just through the woods to what I would consider strenuous. A lot of elevation change. They have one that goes all the way down to the lake, and I want to say it's like 1,000-foot elevation change, which is a really steep elevation change. But in case I haven't already mentioned it, you know, Cheaha is the highest point in Alabama, so you are literally at the highest point. So there are some hiking trails that you can start up here and go all the way back down to the lake. So we'll roll through right here. This is the Bunker Tower, which is the official highest point in Alabama. And they have a dog park down here and a playground. Do need to make sure I'm still recording. Let me get out and check that. Another big crowd. And if you've ever watched our RV videos inside the RV, you know that I have a magnet on the refrigerator that says, "I saw Bigfoot." Well, there's Bigfoot right there. The CCC Bunker Observation Tower is right there, and that is Alabama's highest point at 2,407 feet. We'll walk up there. There's Bigfoot. Reminding people to leave no trace. I don't know if y'all can see that. I know there's a glare on the glass right now, but there's Bigfoot. Very cool. The dog park and playground are over there. I'll take y'all to see that. And when I finish the drive-through, we'll come back up here and we'll walk up to the top of the tower. There's some picnic tables right there. There's a little area in the back where you can do a little bit of hiking. There's a rock big boulder that you can climb on. This is just a little enchanted garden that you can walk down to. Okay, let's go down here and finish the drive-through. See if we can get the tent sites in before we run out of battery. Or before it rains, because those are some dark clouds up there and we do have a chance of rain today. There's more hiking trails right there, and then we have the dog park right here. Cute little dog park with a little obstacle course in there. It's got some shade, got a water fountain and a weigh station. And then down here on the right, we have the playground. Has some cool, like, trees in it. Isn't that cool? And then over here on the left, we start the tent sites. This is P100. Now the tent sites are primitive sites. That's what the P stands for. So you don't have, you know, hookups, no water No electric. They are just primitive sites with fire rings. This is P104. Over here on the right we have some pavilions and picnic area. And then over here on the left is site 105. These are nice wooded sites. Now there is some water. There's a water spigot. They have water spigots every so often. I'm not sure how many sites in between, but I'll find that out. Over here on the left is P107. That's 109. 110. 111. Over here on the right is 112. And look at that view, y'all. Absolutely beautiful view when you get up here. So this is site 117. Look at that big boulder right there. That's very cool. But if you're on 117, this is your view. Like, that's a pretty cool view, right? Site 120, got a nice view out there. In the winter time, you would even have an even better view. Like these sites on the right. So here's another water spigot. So like that's 123. In the wintertime, you'd have a beautiful view out there. This is a very steep hill also. We'll say that. And this last one here on the left is 125. Alright, so next up we'll head down to the lower campground. Definitely gets hilly. See if I have phone service. I do. I have 5G. We're on T-Mobile and we have good service up here right now. We have been up here before and did not have service. I think we were with AT&T then. I have to verify that with the hubby. Put it on the screen what we had. But T-Mobile service works great up here. It works great all the way to the top. And like I said, I'm down here at the bottom heading toward the lower campground, the lake area, and T-Mobile works really well. And the lake is just around this corner. This is, they have a playground and pavilions, picnic area and everything down here, but you can also swim, you can kayak, get on your floats and get out there and float. Nice place to be in the summertime, and that is a perk in the summertime to be in down here on this lower half. They have a roped off area for swimming. I'll drive in there so you can see it because you can't really see it right here. I'm gonna check our CBs while we're here. Little Bo Peep, the lost sheep, come in. There's lots of folks out there swimming. I think you can buy like a day pass to come in. Let me go up here and turn around and I'll show y'all this part on the way out. There's group primitive camping up there, and you see that pavilion right there. They have a pavilion with some picnic tables and stuff, and then they have restrooms. Nice area here on the lake. Little Bo Peep the Lost Sheep, you got a copy? You have some 35-mile range, but they're not going to get over that mountain. Lots of shaded picnic tables. Got some grills out here. And it looks like they have a laundry area right there. Oh, it's starting to rain again. Dang it. But there's no lightning, so there's nothing stopping everybody from enjoying the water because there's no lightning right now. Yeah. Alright, let's go see if we can get this drive-through done before we get too many raindrops on the camera. Hopefully we don't have any now. Might stop and wipe it off when we get up here. So that's the campground's up there. Here's a small road, narrow road right here. So just take your time. Got a few curves. Definitely be mindful right here of other folks coming. And this is the campground right here on the left. And this is the official entrance to the state park. Now this one stays locked. You do have to have the code to get in here. Okay, let's get on in here. Get my seatbelt back on. Alright, here we go. And they also have the glamping tents up here. And in the wintertime, that one over there would have a really good view. Straight in front of us, site 44 is on the left. 45 is on the, I'm sorry, 45 is on the, 44 is on the right, 45 is on the left, and it says camp host. You can apply to be a volunteer for the state park. 46 is over here, that's a pull through. All of these are pull throughs right here, number 47. Looks like they may have some primitive sites in there where you can stay. This is 49 here on the left. 50 and 51. There's the bathhouse up there. These are all full hookup. Got a little curvy hill right here. This is site number 61 here in the front of us. Got some more glamping tents over here on the right. Over here on the left is site number 55. And there's a cabin. We got another glamping tent up here, number 58. And right here on the right is site number 59 again. Site 60 is a pull through up there on the right. This 59, this is a nice long site. It is sloped, it's on a hill, but it's a big site. Straight in front of us we got 62. Site number 63 here on the left. 64 is on the right. You got 66 on the right, lots of shade, and that one big pull through. Site number 74 is a large handicap accessible site, one of the few that are concrete. On the right, site number 70. Here on the left is site number 67. Coming up on 69 on the left and number 72 on the right. And then we have the last two glamping tents. I'm curious to know how many of y'all have ever glamped. Have y'all ever stayed in a glamping tent? I'm gonna tell you, if you have never stayed in one, you may be surprised how nice they are. Most of them have heat, air conditioning, you know, nice big full-size beds and all the things. They really are a lot nicer than people think. Alright y'all, that is the lower campground, and we are now leaving Cheaha State Park. Thanks for watching today, y'all. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button while you're here, and we'll see y'all on the next one.